Global warming has led to the rapid increase in sea level rise through thermal expansion of the ocean and increased melting of land ice glaciers. Rising sea levels is a global problem that will affect many coastal areas in the future since they are typically closer to sea level. Florida City Miami Beach is an example of a coastal area that's quite vulnerable to sea rise, and I chose this area because Florida in particular stands out compared to other states since it has the lowest high elevation against the rest of the states. Current projection studies have shown that even if we follow a low global emission plan, the global sea level is expected to rise at least 1 meter. Miami Beach lies on a barrier island to the east of Miami City and Biscayne Bay and west of the Atlantic Ocean. Sea level rise is very important to this barrier island because it was previously a natural island, but it was eroded away after so many years of storms and waves. Now the island is mostly man-made and artificial, so it's more susceptible to degradation. Now, not only will the citizens suffer from land loss across Miami Beach, but the area is densely packed and has lots of infrastructure, which could lead to a loss of millions of dollars in the economy. Miami Beach is a tourist attraction and brings lots of revenue to its state, so the loss will be detrimental on not only Miami Beach, but all coastal cities in Florida will be impacted by the rising sea levels. Another problem that stands out to me is the corals to the east of Miami Beach and the South Florida reef tract. Because sea level rise typically leads to sedimentation, which is a primary inhibitor for corals, because it smothers them, not allowing them to properly grow. Corals have been declining in recent years due to sedimentation and coral bleaching, so the rising sea levels will definitely impact the coral reef systems near low-lying coastal cities. I honestly think it's inevitable, and since Miami Beach is very close to sea level already, if the government decides to put more money into this area, it may end up as a waste. I think the wiser plan would be to start a slowly immigration to higher elevations. I've heard that some people have been moving in closer away from the coast to cities like Little Haiti, but that can lead to climate gentrification. And it would be best to make a plan where the government will no longer sell homes to people in Miami Beach and relocate them to areas that are higher in elevation but are also empty. So a new city that does not have a community of people living there, because then it would just be the government replacing one issue with another. Rising sea levels are very important, and I think that if we lower our greenhouse emissions, sea levels will continue to rise. So it may be best to plan ahead and start moving away from coastal areas. It may take time to move millions of people, so it's best to start early before disaster occurs and they are left with no choice but to leave.